Hello everyone. Today I'll be showing you how you should be choosing your color palette. Quick side notes for you. During the video, I'm going to refer to the presentation as a PPT or a deck interchangeably, so please bear that in mind. Secondly, I'm also going to keep giving you handy tricks and tips that you can keep using during your PowerPoint presentation. And here's the first one. You can navigate to the next slide either by clicking on the mouse key or by using the keyboard arrow key, right? So the next thing what I have prepared for you is a simple agenda. Here I'm going to, before even showing you how to choose your color palette, I want to impress upon you what is the importance of using color palettes, right? So if you think about it, any presentation that you build, the key thing that is required over there is it should be really visually appealing. Otherwise, the point of the presentation gets destroyed. And color palettes and themes are a great way for you to make your presentation really visual. Second thing is professionalism. Now, if you have a consistent set of colors that you use across your presentation comes across very, very professional. And that helps you create a good impression, not only within your organization, but also with your prospective clients, if that's what you're designing the presentation for. Thirdly, time save. Now, presentations usually have a lot of slides, and slides can range anywhere from a simple 5 slides to 50 or 100 slides. Now, while designing each and every slide, you don't want to sit down and think about what colors I should use within them. It's going to be a huge waste of time. Plus, it is going to destroy the first point we discussed about being visual and professional. So if you shortlist the colors that you will be using throughout your slides and have that set colors that you can refer to and use, that will definitely save a lot of your time. I hope this makes sense to you. Now, with this in mind, I'm going to show you three techniques on how you can design your color palette, right? So the first one is the straightforward one, which most of you must be aware of. PowerPoint provides its own built-in themes that you can actually select from. And just to demonstrate how you can do that, I'll just escape out of this. All right, so here's the first technique. I'm going to hit on Control N, which is actually going to help me create a new presentation here. Now, what you can do to select the built-in themes that PowerPoint provides, you can go into Design here, and then you can see all of these themes that have been provided. You can select any of these themes and it instantly gets applied to all of your slides. Now, if you create any new slide, this theme gets auto-applied. The other cool thing that you can see here is if you go into the Home tab, or maybe if you select any shape over here, the shape fill becomes activated, and if you just click on it, the colors that you see within shape fill are determined based on the theme that you selected. So PowerPoint basically helps you in setting up this color palette for you based on the theme that you selected. Just to demonstrate my point, I'll just select one more theme here. See the green theme, which looks really, really nice. Now, going back to the Home tab and looking at the color visuals, you can see that all the purple colors have gone away from here, and you can see different set of green color appearing in this palette, right? So this was the first technique that you can possibly use. All right, so here is the second technique for you, and for this I will hit Control N once more to create a new presentation, just to show you how you can create your own color palette. So again, I'll go into the Design tab here, and then I'll look at the variants here. You can see the small arrow key. You can just click on that arrow key and you will see an option called colors. Now, if I scroll down, you can see a lot of palettes that are provided by Microsoft by default. You can pick any of them or you can design your own one, which is the intent here. So I'll click on customize colors. Within customize colors, you can choose various colors that will appear in your color palette. So say I fancy a green color here, I pick out a golden one here, I pick out a purple one here, and then I can just name it based on my preference. So let's just call color palette 1. I'm going to hit save. And just so you're aware that your color palette has been saved, you can click on the arrow once more. And if you hover over colors, you will see your own color palette listed here. Now, the good thing is you don't need to go back here again and again. If you go into the Home tab and click on and just say I create any shape which I'm trying to fill with color. Now, if I go into the Home tab here and if I click on Shape Fill, you will see all the colors, the golden color, the nice green color, the purple color. Alright, so here is the third and final technique for designing a color palette. Now, if you are designing a presentation, it will most likely be for your own organization or for a client organization. And in either of these cases, branding will be an important factor for you to consider because all organizations are pretty particular about the way they brand themselves. And color palette and the colors that they choose for their own organization is a key part of their branding. So there's a very straightforward way which I follow to actually choose my color palette when it comes to a client, right? Let me just demonstrate to you. I'll hit Control N to open a new presentation, right? Now, say my client here was Bank of America, just as an example. Now, let me go into Google here. I will search for Bank of America logo, right? Then I will go into images here and say I pick out the first logo. Now, this is not the right way to really do it. I'll just demonstrate to you why it's not, and I'll just show you the right way. Say I copy the first logo here, I go back and I paste it. Great, it doesn't look bad. The background of my slide is white, and the logo also seems to have a white background, so we are good here. But the problem here is when later slides in your presentation, if you have a background which has a different color. Now what happens there is when you try to paste this logo over there, you can see this ugly white background coming for the logo. This doesn't look very good, neither does it look very professional. So instead what you should do is go back to Google Chrome and go to tools over here, click on color and select transparent. Now this is a very important tip. Uh, and what you should do is just click on one or two logos just to make sure you're seeing this checkered background here. The checkered background is a good indication that it's a transparent logo. Let's copy this image. Let's go back to our presentation and paste it there. I'm just going to resize it a bit. Now in the white background it plays almost the same way as the above logo with the white background. But if I just copy the colored background here and I paste my new logo, you can instantly see why this is the much better option. The thing is, this logo plays well with any background. You may have a blue background, you can even have a black background here. The logo is still going to play well. There's going to be no issues at all. Now, this was for selecting the logo, but the intention here is to create a palette that works for your client. So the simple technique that I follow is I create simple text box on the left side of my presentations and I fill them with the required colors that the client needs on their presentations. And the nifty technique that you can use to do that is select the shape, click on shape fill here, and then you can see an option called eyedropper. Just click on it. That will help you select the color that you want for your client, right? For the second box, I'm just going to hit eyedropper, select the red color. So these are the primary colors for Bank of America. Now the other colors that you can use typically are white, black, and different shades of gray. So I like to finalize them as well in the beginning itself. So I can use eyedropper, say black. This looks good. I can also select a gray variation, and white is anyways available by default. So this is the gray. So this is the way I finalize my template. Now any new slide I create, I'll make sure that I copy all this. Say you create a new slide here. I'll make sure to copy all of it and paste it on every new slide and make sure that I use the eyedropper functionality which I just explained. For example, you need to fill this with say red color for Bank of America. Now I click on eyedropper, I go to the color here, and then yeah, you have the red fill. Now if you need the blue fill, the same process, click on eyedropper, and you have the blue fill. I hope this really helps. We have many more exciting videos coming up, and you can see the links to them in the description below. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you.